Our experience in life tells us that what a loving mother is willing to do for one of her children, she's willing to do to all of her children. It was the day Jesus died. He was hanging upon the cross. The end was near, and the Lord knew that. He glanced at his mother and said, "Woman, behold your son." Then turning his attention to his beloved disciple, "Behold your mother," he said to St. John. With these two simple statements, Mary, the mother of Jesus, now also became Mary, our mother. It was July 18th of 1830, and Mary, our mother, wanted to reach out to her children in a new and loving way. So she summoned a young woman by the name of Catherine Laboure, and she asked her to come to her by an angel. Just as about 2,000 years before this event, that God himself sent an angel to this Mary, inviting her to be the mother of his son. At this time, Catherine Laboure was in formation to become a daughter of charity. The angel invited her to come to the chapel because Mary, her mother, wanted to have a conversation with her. So Catherine followed the angel to the chapel, which led to a 2-hour conversation with Mary. There was Catherine kneeling at the feet of Mary with her hands tenderly on Mary's lap. This conversation was personal and just very confidential. And as the conversation went on, it became very, very interesting that of all the appearances Mary had since the Assumption, there was always a distance between Mary and the one she was appearing to. But not at the Rue de Bac. Because there was Catherine at the feet of Mary, with her hands tenderly resting on Mary's lap. As their conversation, which lasted for 2 hours, was coming to a close, Mary instructed Catherine to prepare herself for an upcoming task. A task that would be revealed to her sometime in the near future. And when that task was revealed and disclosed to Mary, to Catherine, it enabled Catherine to be a channel of Mary's love and care and interest in her children. My brothers and my sisters in Christ, we are all the children of Mary. At various moments in our own lives, Mary has summoned us to herself by sending us an angel. An angel who may come in the form of a brother or a sister, a parent or a spouse, a friend or a stranger, a song or a poem, a sunrise or a sunset, or an inspiration of grace. And the angel invites us to come into conversation with Mary, either as a miraculous medal novena or even a personal prayer. And as we enter into this conversation, our senses tell us that Mary, our mother, loves us, that she cares for us, that she wants to be more a part of our ongoing lives, and she wants us to be more of a part of her life. And as this conversation continues, it becomes very evident that Mary does care for us, because she invites us to bring our needs and our concerns to her. And if we do this, she promises that she would personalize our needs and our concerns, making her needs and her concerns. And having done that, she promises that she would be our intercessor to bring our needs and concerns to the throne of God. My brothers and my sisters in Christ, this is good news for us. Good news because as good as life is, and life is very good, each and every one of us here, without exception, has some needs and concerns that are part of our lives at the present time. Could be a health issue, our own personal health or the health of a loved one. Could be a financial challenge, trying to support our family by being unemployed at the present time. Could have something to do with an addiction to drugs or alcohol, pornography, or gambling. Or it could be a serious temptation to sin. Each and every one of us here, without exception, have needs and concerns in our lives right now. And some of the best ways that we can bring these needs and concerns to Mary, responding to her invitation, is to do exactly what we're doing today. Praying together the Miraculous Medal Novena. And pausing in the midst of that novena prayer, where we have the opportunity to bring our needs and concerns to Mary. Or in our own private prayer, we can speak to Mary from our hearts. The conversation goes something like this: Mary, I'm your son, I'm your daughter. You know me. You know my strengths, you know my weaknesses better than I know them myself. At the present time of my life, I have this need or concern. It's bothering me. I'm trying to deal with it. I need help, I need guidance. And then name that need or concern. And having done that, ask Mary, if you were me with my strengths and my weaknesses, how would you deal with the situation I'm facing right now? And know deep in your hearts that this petition will be heard and responded to. Responded to by God in God's time and God's way. Sometimes the response is what we expected, sometimes it's a surprise. But the prayer we raise to God through Mary will be responded to, as many of the testimonies testify to, what we hear week after week when we come to Mary's shrine. As our prayer is coming to a close, very frequently, Mary will instruct us to prepare ourselves for an upcoming task. A task that will be revealed to us sometime in the future. And our experience tells us that when that task does come and we respond to it, enables us to be a channel of Mary's love and care and concern for all of her children. So today we continue with our novena service. Pray for the grace and the wisdom to realize that what happened to Catherine Laboure on July 18th of 1830 can happen to each and every one of us on July 16th of 2012. It can happen to each and every one of us because we are all Mary's children. And our experience in life tells us that what a loving mother will do for one of her children, she will do for each and every one of her children. May God be praised.